Hello, this is Redline999 and this is an F1 2020 My Team Career Mode video. Basically, this video is just me messing about in a random test save that I had. I wasn't even originally going to make this a proper video, but after just messing about on the first video, the Singapore race, I just thought, you know what, that'd be quite cool for a video, so I recorded it, and here we go. So, let's get on with it then. Okay, so the first race is in Season 2 in Singapore, and the driver's got a good getaway, and it was only until I hit Hamilton into the wall that caused this crash. So let's start off on board with Lewis Hamilton. Okay, so on board with Lewis Hamilton, you can see he gets a good getaway, and after I tag Bottas he initially gets past him, but then I start colliding with him and hit him into the wall, then he hits the Red Bull, then he hits the Ferrari, and his race is ruined. Okay, next up we're on board with Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari, and he gets a decent getaway to begin with. And as you can see, the events unfold here, and Leclerc is actually the Ferrari that Hamilton hit. Next up is Antonio Giovinazzi, my teammate for Season 2, in our Renault powered car. He doesn't actually get caught up in the crash, but you get to see further back what it looks like from his perspective. It's a big mess. Now we're on board with Max Verstappen in the Red Bull Honda. He gets an alright start and is looking to overtake cars, and he is the Red Bull that was hit by Hamilton earlier on in the video. Finally, for the final clip of Singapore in Season 2, we're on board with Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari. He's just trying to make his way through the field, but he gets caught up in the crash through his teammate Leclerc. Next up, we're into the first race of Season 3 in Bahrain, and here we're on board with Bottas, where he just hits the Williams. There was a standstill because someone spun earlier, and Latifi was the unfortunate victim of this. Following on from Bottas's on board, we're now on board with the victim, Nicholas Latifi. He's in the standstill here, and you can just see Bottas's AI just charges into him. Pretty unfortunate for him, and it just exposes the AI of this game. The next crash clip is in Spa, still in Season 3, and it's heavy rain. As you can see, I lost control here and just spun off, and it caused big incidents behind. So, the first on board is with Alexander Albon in the Red Bull. He isn't involved in this crash, but you can see the carnage ahead, and you can see Esteban Ocon's rear left tyre hanging off. Next on board is my new teammate for Season 3, Charles Leclerc, in our Ferrari powered car. As you can see, he isn't involved in the crash, but he looks behind to see me causing carnage. Next on board is with Valtteri Bottas, and as you can see, he is hit into the wall by me and loses his front wing, but can carry on and get to the pits. On board with Lewis Hamilton, you can see for once this time he is not involved in the crash directly. He gets caught up in the carnage of slowing down and then is hit from behind, but doesn't get any damage. Final on board is Nobuharu Matsushita in the Ferrari racing teammate Mazepin, and they're not involved in the crash, but they are too caught up with the carnage, as you can see. The next race in Monza, there is more crashing, but this time more forced. As you can see here, it's not exactly the best crash in the world. It's multiple times, and you can see me weave in, deliberately trying to make a crash. Our first on board is with Nikita Mazepin in the Ferrari. He gets a good getaway here, and as you can see the Mercedes going off now on the right, and he survives this, to be honest, but it is carnage. The next on board is with Carlos Sainz in the McLaren. Another good getaway for him. You see the crash on the side. He gets a little hit by the Red Bull, and then I push him into the wall and ruining his race. The final on board in Monza in Season 3 is with Pierre Gasly in the AlphaTauri. He gets a good getaway, and once again you see the Mercedes on the right, but he becomes an unfortunate casualty from my collision with Sainz, and then he spins round. The final crash in this video is in Russia in Season 3 still. And as you can see here, look at this. I pushed my teammates to the wall, the Mercedes, the Red Bull. It's pure carnage. So, on board with my teammate Charles Leclerc. As you can see here, I push him into the wall, he loses part of his wing. And, well, this is chaos here. But fair enough to him, he can carry on and go back to the pits. Next, we're back on board with Max Verstappen in his Red Bull. And as you can see here, he does well to avoid that, but he gets spun round by me, and then you can see me literally driving in to the AlphaTauri. Our final on board for this video is back with 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton, and you can see here he's driving quite well. Slows down a bit there, but then speeds up. Bad decision, I hit him in the rear. Anyway, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said at the beginning, this was a last minute thought just because of the Singapore race that I had such a spectacular crash. And I thought, you know what, I can make a video out of this. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy it and should be back with another video soon. Until then, see you later.